So, wir sind ja jetzt in der nächsten Folge, ne? Wir haben ja gerade den Spectre besiegt und da geht's auch gleich weiter. Wir müssen jetzt nach oben zum Erend und dort den anderen Spectre besiegen. Ich gehe mal hier die Treppe hoch, weil hier waren wir noch nicht. Vielleicht gibt es ja hier oben ein paar Dinge, die man noch einsammeln kann. Hier zum Beispiel, ne? Es gibt eine Tür. Jetzt ist die Frage, wohin führt diese Tür? Wenn nicht ins Verderben. Ich habe das Gefühl, wir waren hier schon mal. Deswegen gehe ich hier wieder runter. Halt! Halt! Stopp! Hier waren wir noch nicht. Kann ich hier durch? Nee. Wie komme ich jetzt da hin? Kommen wir hier vielleicht außen rum? Ach, hier waren wir noch nicht. Aber ich hatte das Gefühl, dass wir hier waren, weil es so ähnlich aussah. Okay, Eloy, kein Problem. So, hier gibt es wieder ein paar legendäre Sachen. Also, naja, lila bedeutet ja in diesem Spiel nicht unbedingt legendär, aber wo kommen wir hier hin? Okay, hier ist ein Datapad. Sehr interessant. Claire, irgendwas? Ja, okay. Ist hier nur dort irgendwas? Ist hier der Spectre hergekommen? Nee. Was ist hier hinten? Da kommt man nicht durch, okay. Na gut. Na gut. Dann gehen wir mal zurück.
Aloy! Ah!
Erend!
Yeah, the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
Es wäre sehr schade, wenn der Erend jetzt stirbt, nicht? Das wäre
That
sehr
doesn't
schade.
sound good. I gotta get to Erend.
Ja, sehr schnell bitte, weil ich mag den Erend. Lass den ja nicht sterben, ey, Leute.
Erend, I'm here.
Au! Komm her,
Watch
du
out.
Vieh.
That thing's shooting down the center.
Shields down. It's on the move.
I got
Stay
your back,
put.
Aloy.
I'll see what I can do.
And the second you need me, I'm there. Here we go. Bottoms up.
Ah!
Need this.
Was hat er mir gegeben? Ah, danke. Ah!
Some of that.
Oh,
Aha!
look at that thing fizzing away.
Naja.
Aloy, get out!
Ach komm.
Come on. I'll stop.
Oh!
Nichts.
I love this map.
Alter. Ist das Vieh schnell. Also ich kann das doch nicht richtig kennen. Ich habe echt keine Ahnung, ey. Irgendwo gibt's Spezialteile, aber holy shit, ich check gar nichts. Ich sehe nur die fette Panzerung da oben. Alter,
You
okay.
got it, sweet spot.
Aber ein bisschen check ich dann am Ende doch. Aua.
Aloy, you okay?
Ja, ja.
Need more
Take
ammo.
this and take him
Alter.
down.
Ja,
Smash these machines.
Okay, toll. Nahkampf, gar kein Problem.
And again. You are credited, lad.
Hey.
I'm not giving up.
Komm, Eloy, bitte aufstehen, danke. Ah, fuck.
You okay?
Ja. Er rennt, alles gut. Mach dir mal keine Sorgen.
Use acid. Corrode it.
Ja, ich weiß. Aber guck dir das an.
You want to target me, do ya?
So, jetzt lass mich das mal angucken, ey. Wo kann ich denn hier...
I'm waiting for you. Aloy, ammo. You want a taste of this?
So. Ja, gib's ihm. Nicht.
That's all I had.
Ah, fuck.
You need help, Aloy?
Ja, ich habe kein Leben mehr, merke ich gerade.
I can keep this going. Take it like a man. Or a woman. Sorry, Aloy.
Warte, warte. Nahkampf. Nahkampf-Kill. Nahkampf-Kill. Yeah. Haha. Nahkampf-Kill. Ach, Erin, zum Glück bist du nicht tot. Ich habe auch wieder Tee hier. Lecker Tee. Lecker.
Aloy, she's...
She's you.
Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story. But it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer. But we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two, go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon. If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all.
Warte mal, hier ist noch irgendwas, was Erin mir hingeworfen hat. Hunter Arrows, ja geil.
Snowfall's blanketing the land.
So, erstmal nehme ich das Ding aus. Dann nehme ich das hier noch mit. Habe ich keine Beeren mehr in meiner Tasche? Wo ist denn die Waffe hingeflogen, ey? Da weiter hinten. Examine Weapon. Ach so. Ach so. Ich dachte, ich examine jetzt eine Waffe von dem Bären. Hallo? Ey, was soll das denn? Wieso kann ich denn die Beeren nicht einnehmen? Naja.
No. Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing.
Das denke ich auch. Cutscene? Nein.
I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze.
Ach,
If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths.
warum werde ich denn
I
hier so
should
geportet?
check on the clone too.
Nee, das gefällt mir nicht. Jetzt ist mal Stopp, Aloy. Wieso werde ich geportet? Wieso lässt er mich nicht hier hinlaufen? Was ist denn das Problem? Lass mich doch hier hinlaufen. Das ist doch nicht so schlimm. Mein Gott. Stattdessen werde ich hier von A nach B geportet.
Well, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
Has anybody seen one of my machine strike pieces around?
Why don't you check the cache? Maybe you left it there when you dropped off all that ale.
Oh. Hope it didn't get stained.
Errand? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
'Cause there's two of me now.
There's two of you now! At least you seem to be handling it okay.
Der ist so geil.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying.
Because there's two of you now.
What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms. Guy reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in Stormbird plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do. With a spark and a boom.
That's tot.
What are you working on with your focus?
I'm still figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those two lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed. I promise.
Did you speak with Beta at all?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl took care of her. No use crowding someone when they're in a state.
I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
So. Ich vertraue dir immer noch nicht. Nicht ehrlich.
Aloy, you're back.
Yeah, I'm just, checking up on how everyone's doing.
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us, huh?
A little.
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe. What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedlings, the subfunctions. I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into this Hephaestus and found out it helped create all machines, our land gods included. In a way, the Utaru owe Hephaestus our whole way of life, as well as our current troubles.
That's why we have to make Gaia whole again. Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that Ether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like Stormbirds once helped heal the skies. I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunder still brings chills to my skin. But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
Yeah. And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those Stormbirds in line. You said you met Beta?
Varl mentioned she was hurt. I thought I'd offer her an extract to soothe the pain.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it is.
I need to get going.
May the land bloom in your steps. Aloy, there are more supplies in the chest. Help yourself.
Gibt es auch sowas wie Zinsen oder so, wenn ich das länger drin lasse? Alter. Danke. Ein bisschen OP finde ich, weil ich hätte gern alles selber gejagt, aber...
So the old ones painted their faces with something called makeup. Like the Karcha.
Na ja.
Why? Yeah, it beats me.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay.
Hey, na klar.
She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her.
It was 10 days ago.
Hello? It's, It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
Booting up.
Lol.
So, Aloy, I suppose you want information.
About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you're...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
Boah, was willst du machen?
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want.
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it?
They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit.
So you know about the extinction signal?
It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her.
Yeah, well... surprise.
Die sind einfach fucking 1000 Jahre alt, die Leute. 1000 Jahre alt. Imagine. Oh. 1000 Jahre alt werden. Was ein Traum.
So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them?
They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they Always. Do what he says.
Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zenith set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space, other survivors of the colony.
Huch. Mikrofon, ja, dies, das.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age, too. How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
Crazy. Da können wir auch mal drüber reden, was die jetzt alles haben. Die haben ja Apollo auch. Apollo. Und das ist unsere Chance auf Apollo. Oh ja.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done.
Kriegen die irgendwann am Ende, sage ich euch. Da brechen die in die blöde Basis hier ein, holen sich dieses blöde Ding und dann stehen die kurz vor deren Sieg. Dann bin ich aber da und rette die blöde ganze Menschheit.
You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress.
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Faro purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge, just out of reach. Must have been frustrating.
Okay, okay. Ja, na klar. Ja.
All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or...
So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Guy is powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Guy is still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location, of course not!
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing.
They're not going to find us. Guy is using Minerva to mask our location.
What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. They're gonna die.
Hey! Calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry.
Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
Alter, die ist so fucking instabil. Oh, alter Schwede, ey. Holy
How'd it go?
shit.
Her
Ja.
injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
Oh, fuck, Alter.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
Ah, holy shit.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
Ja. Oh, geil, ja. Ich komme. Holy shit, ey. Everything is in vain. Reden wir noch einmal mit Gaia oder beenden wir die Folge?
There used to be a rainforest so big the old ones called it the lungs of the planet?
That sounds lovely.
Yeah. They burned it to the ground at some point. But they helped bring part of it back in Sobek's time.
That's
Okay.
good to hear. I wonder if it grew back after Zero Dawn. Wherever it is.
I'd like to think so.
Ah, geil. Wow, aber jetzt mal, also kannst du dich teleportieren, weil du warst doch gerade noch unten an der Tür.
Hey, you and Aaron okay?
Nothing some rest can't take care of. Are you okay? This beta thing, it's a lot. Even for you.
Just trying to take it one step at a time.
Fair enough. If you need anything, just let me know.
It's good to see you and Zoe enjoying yourselves.
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to find ideas for a gift, and to thank her for helping me study the glyphs. Something from the old world that she's never seen before. Instead, I found out they gave each other stuffed animals. If you ask me, stuffing a dead animal with anything, really, doesn't sound like a good time for anybody.
Maybe Gaia can help you find something else. How's everyone dealing with Beta?
I tried explaining what a clone is to Aaron. He was totally lost. Then Zoe said something about 2 trees coming from 1 seed. That seemed to help a bit.
I see everyone's settling in.
Zoe's planning on bringing all kinds of plants in here. Says a home should always spring with life anew. I asked Aaron to help find some. I think he'd rather stick his head into a snap mall.
Still, it's not a bad idea. Should liven up the place. I should get back to the wilds.
I'll keep an eye on Beta. Make sure she's comfortable.
Okay.
Dann gehe ich mal zu Gaia, ne? Aber das finden wir erst in der nächsten Folge raus, was Gaia zu sagen hat. Bis dahin, man sieht sich.